Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about Palantir stock. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about Palantir stock. Do I think this stock is a very good buy at $23.27? And Palantir actually just had some recent news that's definitely going to make the stock a lot more attractive, and I'm almost 100% certain that money is going to start flowing back into Palantir. But before I start the video, guys, I just want everybody to know that everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So we're going to analyze the one-year chart here all together. This thing IPO'd September 30 of 2020. And as you guys can see here, we did have a high of $39 for Palantir stock back around January, February time. And it's kind of slowly been on a decline since. But ever since its IPO, the stock is still doing very, very well. And a lot of people are very bullish on the stock, and there's many reasons for that. Palantir as an overall company does offer a lot of fundamental values. And if you guys don't know what Palantir actually does, Palantir, it's basically a company that focuses on software integration, like data integration, information systems, and quantitative analytics. But better speaking in English terms, it basically sells private government security data. And obviously, this stock has been on the rise a lot lately, and there's many reasons for that. A lot of people are definitely getting a lot more bullish about overall tech in itself. So for me, I do see a lot more upside in Palantir Technologies. I do think that the stock is an absolute must buy at these levels. $23.25 for a huge tech company is still relatively cheap. Now, like I said, I know it could be a little bit kind of hesitating to basically invest in the stock. Looking at the 1 month chart, like I said, coming from a high of $38, we could see the top here on January 27th, and then it falling all the way back down to $23.26. It could be kind of, scary for people who bought it at the top, but the best thing I could actually recommend is just to average down on the overall cost, because Palantir as an overall company is it's a very good company. Like I said, tech companies are getting a lot more fundamental values. A lot more people are getting more bullish on them. And there's a lot of big time investors out there who are super, super bullish on a company like Palantir. But for me, I know that Palantir is going to be a more long-term hold. I know that the company's not going to have too much explosive growth in just like a short amount of time, but a company worth investing that definitely will pay off big in the long run. But let's talk about the recent news that Palantir actually had. So Palantir actually just won an $89.9 million contract. So if you guys didn't know, they just signed a new contract that's worth $89.9 million from the National Nuclear Security Administration for 5 years. Why is this important? So as you guys can see, yesterday the stock did a little decent. You guys can see this little rally here. It went all the way up to about $24.45. Nothing big or nothing major like that, but the reason why this is important is because Palantir as an overall company is now starting to build its clientele, and this is exactly what companies like Palantir actually need. There's a lot of companies out there that sell a lot of stuff, but they don't get the clients, or they don't get the existing clients. But the fact that Palantir just signed a 5-year contract with a big-time company is definitely going to be very good for the stock. Now, this is a stock, like I said, money is going to start flowing back into Palantir Technologies, but it's all about timing, and you just have to give it time altogether. When it comes to investing, I do want people to understand that it's a huge patience game. And patience is something that a lot of investors these days like, because they want quick returns. And I can understand, you want to invest $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and you want to see a quick return on investment right away. But unfortunately, it does not work like that, because you will always get caught catching the falling knife if you chase stocks. But if you do your due diligence and you actually research about the company, you'll realize that Palantir at these prices is an absolute steal at $23.26. And like I said, government security is something that is taken very, very seriously. So I know that Palantir as an overall stock is definitely going to thrive, along with the bullish sentiment and a lot of big time investors. For me personally, I have a price target for Palantir stock. I do think that the stock will hit $75 to $100 over the next couple of years. Now, I do want people to understand that, yes, that is a steep price target, to think that the stock can jump over basically 300%. But really looking and analyzing what Palantir actually does offer as a company, like I said, and the fact that they're already signing contracts with a lot of companies as well, and the fact that they just landed a $90 million contract, goes to show that Palantir as a company is headed in the right direction. But it does take time for these companies to get established, and that's what a lot of people do lack altogether when it comes to Palantir Technologies. Understanding that the stock is a very good buy, but it's all about a patience game. But if we even take a look at the numbers, Palantir its average revenue has risen by 41% year over year to $7.9 million. So that's very good. It also shows that Palantir as a company is making money and the company is growing. So taking a look at it from an investment standpoint, if a company is making money, they're making revenue, they're signing new contracts. There's a lot of big time analysts who are bullish on the stock, and there's a lot of retail investors who love the stock as well. It's pretty easy to see what kind of pattern that Palantir Technologies is going to follow, and that pattern is going to be up. I can promise you guys that this stock is going to be a big time hit in the next couple of years. And I know, okay, if we can take a look at it from the 1 month chart, it's down 2.15%, but the stock has been trading sideways for a while. When tech does rally, Palantir stock does not. And when other stocks do rally, Palantir stock does not. So why is the stock trading sideways? Well, sometimes stocks do have to go through consolidation phases. It's all part of the stock market. This was the same how Tesla was when it first started trading as well. Tesla was trading around $800 to $900 for a very long time before making its next leg up. Now, I'm not saying Palantir is going to trade sideways for 2 years or 3 years, but it does take time, and people do wait for good news, and people do wait on revenues, and people do wait on a lot of things before executing its overall plan of expanding and stuff like that. But I can tell you guys right now, Palantir at $23.25 is a very good company, a company that's worth investing to, and a company that does have a lot of longer term potential. Remember, when it comes to investing, guys, people who buy and hold are most likely, most of the time, the most successful investors, because they understand the patterns of the stock market, and they can understand that it's not always just going to be green, green, green. A lot of stocks go through phases. A lot of stocks go through ups and downs. That's part of the stock market, and it's just really understanding market cycles. But with Palantir, I can tell you guys that this is one heck of a stock that people should be picking up at these levels. And the great thing about this company, it's super, super cheap. Like I said, a great big time tech company that sells private government technology, that's signing deals and is making a lot of revenue. For $23.26 is an absolute must buy at these levels. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of Palantir stock. Do you guys think Palantir is a very good buy at $23.27? If you guys own Palantir stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.